Hey friends, and welcome to A Typical Life. Today, we are going to talk about some surprises. A few videos ago, I mentioned that there are a couple new adventures in the Insco family that I was going to announce in a later date. And today's that day. Yay! First surprise that I am extremely excited for. I'm going to North Carolina the day after Christmas. I'm going to go see my best friend. It is her 15-year anniversary, and they are throwing a big party and vow renewal. When she got married 15 years ago, her husband was going into the Army, and they needed to do it quick, so they didn't get to plan a nice fancy wedding. They got married right away, and then she got to go move with him to Washington. I will be doing a travel vlog, and then while I'm there, I'm going to do a best friend tag. You won't see those two videos until I am home, but they will be coming. I'm going to be traveling by myself, and it's only for a few days. I'm going to travel the day after Christmas, and then I'm going to come home on the 29th or 30th. I can't remember, so I'm only going to be gone for like 4 days total. I've never left the kids this long. I have never left my son overnight. So that's going to be fun. And it's going to be all daddy. He hasn't done that. He hasn't done the alone parenting thing for long either. So it's a bunch of new fun stuff. I'm really excited about that. Surprise number 2. We are pregnant. You heard that right. We are having a 4th baby. And that baby will be due July 22nd. As of right now, we are very excited to be having a 4th baby. I will tell you, this is something that we've wanted for a long time. We wanted 4 kids really bad. We knew we wanted 4 kids when Haley was about 2 years old, and I was watching my 2 older nieces who are, I think, 4 and 2 years older than Haley. I was also watching my friend who me and Jordan grew up with, her daughter, and she is younger than Haley by 2 years. And so I always had 4 kids, for a long time. For several years, I had 4 kids all the time, and I loved it. It was great. Jordan would come home for work, and he'd have 4 girls who were screaming, "Daddy's home," or "Uncle's home," and they would all body slam him. He'd just sit in the middle of the floor, and it was fun. It was great, and he'd play with them while I did dinner, and then, so it was kind of our dream. We knew having those kids around all the time that 4 was our number. Because we were so busy all the time, because I was watching 4 kids, it was like I had 4 kids, didn't think about I should actually have a second child until Haley was about 4 years old, when we decided, hey, we actually wanted more kids of our own. We didn't want to steal everybody else's kids. We wanted one of our own. So we decided to try for baby number 2. It happened quick, and that was awesome. And we knew we wanted 4. So when she turned 1, we decided, let's go for number 3. The whole 9 months I was pregnant with him, though, we knew something was going on with Nikayla, and that's when we started going down the path of diagnosis, which, if you've never been through, can be a very long one, especially when it comes to genetic diseases. Genetics take a long time to figure out. They take a long time to diagnose, and they're very, very expensive. They can be. By the time Nikayla was 2.5, we knew that there was something going on, and we weren't 100% sure what it was, and it wasn't just a delay, developmental delay, and we weren't 100% sure. We weren't sure at all if Ryker had it yet. They both got tested. Nikayla was 3, Ryker was 1, was 12 months when we found out that they both have a genetic disease. So when we started thinking about baby number 4, we weren't 100% sure that we wanted to have baby number 4. Not necessarily not have a 4th child. The plan is if we don't physically have a 4th child, we were going to foster to adopt. Ryker is 4 years old, and I didn't want another large space, so I thought, well, if we haven't done it now, then it's probably the best idea to foster. We talked to our pastor and his wife about it because part of me wars with, am I not trusting in the Lord by choosing not to have a baby and to just adopt one? Adoption's great, and man, if we could, we would. Like, there's no doubt we would totally. That was something that's deep in our hearts, and I think it's a great thing. The Bible says to take care of the widows and the orphans, and by adopting an orphan, you're doing your Christian part. You're doing great things. But we also wanted to have our fourth too. Like, we're having a hard time with that decision. So we came to the conclusion of, let's pray. And I made a deadline of January. I would fill out the paperwork for fostering and adopting and make sure we have all our ducks lined up so that we could start that process. But the Lord decided, surprise, we needed another baby. It was not one that was planned. Usually, in the last 16 years, the only times we've been pregnant was because we planned to be pregnant. This one was complete surprise. This was not expected. So it's a great surprise, one we are very excited over. I would not change it for the world. Very happy for it. I will answer some of the questions I know that are on everybody's mind. Will this baby have HSP like my two children that do have it? Or will this baby be like the one that does not? And the answer is, we don't know. There's a 25% chance that this baby will have HSP also. I am not going to be sad if the baby comes out with HSP. I'm not going to be disappointed. I am going to be just as happy and excited as if they didn't, if they were the first child, if they were second, third. I am ecstatic about having this baby. Life it's a challenge for everybody. Our goal in life is to teach our children that they can do whatever they put their minds to. They just have to work at it. Everybody has to work at it. So, yes, there's a possibility that this baby will have HSP. No, we are not at all worried, scared, or upset about it. I am extremely happy about the baby, and I'm going to celebrate every possible moment of this baby. If this baby turns out to have HSP, we will be fine. My babies will be fine. They don't really know any different, and sure, sometimes things could be easier if they could do whatever. Most people the same way. If your child could just do this, like clean up after themselves, there's a lot of those things that you could say, and it is what it is. They will do great things if they choose to. We only measure success on how their life is with God, and if they're able to take care of themselves, and if they're doing what they love, that's all that ends up mattering. And even that, doing what they love, not everybody, most people in the world do not love what they do, as long as they work for what they want. So we are not worried about the baby. My kids are going to be great. Nikayla she's only 6. She's stuck on being a doctor right now. She has been for like the last 3 years. And you know what? We homeschool, so we will go play with doctor ideas for her. You know, she might not be a neurosurgeon, but maybe she could be a pediatrician, or maybe she chooses to be a vet. I don't know. Maybe she chooses to stay at home and have kids and raise them like I do. Or maybe she chooses Walmart as her place to work. I really don't care what they choose to do, as long as they do it with Jesus in their heart and they are happy. I am going to use my updates as memories, and also to reach out to other people who are pregnant, other women who are pregnant, or even spouses who are watching their wives go through this and just want to hear what's normal or what could happen, or needed the support. It's going to be fun with baby number 4. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you are new and like this video, would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. Also, please like this video so I know that you liked it. And I will see you later. Bye.